In the city that was the last stop of the Underground Railroad, the church built by freed slaves still stands. Gracing its walls is the face of its most famous member, Harriet Tubman.
She's such a heroic figure. This is the church that our ancestors built, and this is the town that she resided in as an Underground Railroad conductor.
Rochelle Bush is the historian at Salem Chapel in St. Catharines, Ontario. For years, she's been sounding the alarm that this piece of history was in much need of repair.
It's the unevenness of the plank boards. We don't want anybody to trip over that. So you can see where they're separated.
Her prayers have now been answered. The church is the recipient of a $100,000 grant through the federal Supporting Black Canadian Communities initiative.
We're so grateful we received the money.
Money is also being used to honor Harriet Tubman's legacy south of the border. Last week, the U.S. Treasury announced it's moving forward with plans to put Tubman on the front of the American $20 bill. She will replace Andrew Jackson, the 7th U.S. president and a slave owner.
She's a representative American hero who deserves to be honored in such a way.
Author and historian Catherine Clinton says everyone needs to know what Tubman did.
She was one of the few who went south in order to bring people out, to rescue them from slavery and bring them all the way to freedom.
A trip she made more than a dozen times, helping dozens and possibly hundreds of people. Back at Salem Chapel, Bush knows all about that, and she can now rest easier knowing this church and Tubman's connection to it will be preserved for future generations. The federal funding will arrive in the next couple of weeks, and then the renovations should take about a year. Magda Gebrselassie, CBC News, St. Catharines.